we're just almost 2 weeks away. Actually, we are just over 2 weeks away from the Game Awards. What's going on, everyone? It is DylanLasagna here, and in case you haven't noticed, on November 19th, that was Tuesday, the Game Award nominees came out, and I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I really don't, because there's just a lot of games that I know there are a lot of games. You can question me on this. There are a lot of games that I did not put on that list that I don't play. One, because I don't own a PS4. I have a PS4, but it's not mine. I only have a Switch, so you can question me all you want on that. And two, it's just like a lot of the games on that list look boring to me. So that's my personal take. Anyway, welcome everyone to a new edition of DylanLasagna Live. Gotta check my audio levels as always, because I cannot hear myself. But you can never hear yourself on here. There we go. Keep it at a reasonable level. So, welcome to a new edition of DylanLasagna Live. Sorry everyone that was expecting an episode on Friday. I was busy at a Comic-Con Friday, and yesterday on Saturday. I had a lot of fun at this Comic-Con. More details will be shared shortly. I'm editing a lot of footage, and I had so much fun with like the celebrities were there. There were a lot of cosplayers too that I actually ended up getting a chance to talk to. But yeah, it was actually overall a lot of fun. I mean, yeah, there were a little bit of a little bit of downtime. There's a lot of downtime here and there, but I guess it was because I didn't know where a lot of things were. But once I did, especially yesterday, I knew where, this is where this panel was, and where that panel was. Because Friday, I was in the main room a lot of the time, because I had no idea where the other panels were for this specific Comic-Con, which I'm going to mention in a separate video. But overall, I just think this is going to be, once you guys see it, it's gonna be really cool, like what you all are gonna witness from what I experienced with this Comic-Con. Again, I'm not gonna be too specific. You're just gonna have to wait for the video. You're just gonna have to wait for that announcement video. But anyway, on to more pressing matters. There is no weekly random tidbit, other than the fact that from this week's NFL Sunday, the NFC East is a hot mess. The Cowboys can't beat the big teams. They lost to the Patriots just recently. The Eagles are ass cheeks. The 49ers play in just under half an hour. So I'm excited for that game. And also, not too much has happened outside of those games. I mean, the Saints won because the Panthers missed the field goal, which could have gave them the lead. They had one job and they messed that up. And just when you thought the Falcons were gonna go on this massive winning streak to go 9-7 and still not make the playoffs, they lose to, of all teams, the Bucks, and that's disappointing. And lo and behold, they get to play on Thanksgiving. Against those very same Saints that clutched their way to victory against the Panthers. Who guessed that, huh? Who guessed that? But anyway, I guess that's your very random tidbit of the week, because there wasn't too much to go into. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the Game Awards, obviously. and there's some new information about COPPA. If you haven't watched my video about this whole COPPA YouTube situation, I encourage you all to check out that video on my channel now. It's a very serious matter that's not just affecting me, and I'm not just doing this for attention. This is a very serious matter that's affecting a lot of people out there, not named Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Ariana Grande, The Rock. No disrespect to The Rock, by the way. Who else? What other big name celebrities are there? The Bella twins. All the big name celebrities that are out there, like, stealing the platform from the real content creators that made YouTube popular in the first place. But anyway, go check out that video. It's on the channel, and go watch a bunch of other COPPA related videos, because it'll educate you and inform you on the situation. It may, like, I don't know, it'll make you feel something. But anyway, on to the Game Awards. And COPPA. Yeah, there's not too much to talk about on this show because, one, I'm very tired, and two, this was always going to be a light show anyway. So, let's get into the Game Awards. As you can see by the Triple H thumbnail. Let's see what we got here. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Thank goodness they put it on the right Windows thing. So we got here the nominees for the Game Awards. So we've got obviously Game of the Year, Action Game, Action Adventure, and all this other stuff. So let's take a look into, well, we're going to look into all of these right now. So we got VR, not a big VR guy by any chance of imagination. I heard good things about No Man's Sky. There's also Trover Saves the Universe, Beat Saber, Blood and Truth, Asgard's Wrath. I'm gonna go with No Man's Sky. Just because, like, I watched a little bit of gameplay of it. I watched a lot of the trailers went back when it was doing E3 coverage, and like some final footage. So I'm gonna go with No Man's Sky. I want that one. Strategy game, Age of Wonders, Planetfall. You also got Anno 1800. And this is the thing that everyone was heated about. Fire Emblem Three Houses in its only category. Total War 3 Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove. I think it's going to go down to either Wargroove or, I don't know, maybe it'll be a landslide with Fire Emblem Three Houses. I think I'm going to go with Fire Emblem Three Houses because, like, everyone loves it so much. But I'm not so much of a strategy game person because, I don't know, I just like getting to the action much faster than most people are. You know, I have zero patience with games, you know. Alright, this is the big category that I tweeted about, like, when the Game Award nominees came out. You have Crash Team Racing, Dirt Rally 2.0, eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, that's a mouthful of a name, F1 2019, and FIFA 2020. No question, hopefully this goes to Crash Team Racing because, let's see, what is Dirt Rally? Dirt Rally 2.0. Let's take a look at Dirt Rally 2.0. Because, going back to the Game Award nominees, at least FIFA has microtransactions. Oh, like, that's a yearly game that has microtransactions. F1 2019, we'll look at all of these, alright? Let's just take a brief look at what Dirt Rally 2.0 is. We'll watch a trailer. We'll be a little kind to this. This is actually not bad. This is why I'm here, and this is why I came. I got no place for fear. This is not a game. I can see why it is in this category, maybe. don't get copyrighted for that song. I should have muted it. Oh damn it! Probably gonna get this stream's probably gonna get copyrighted for that damn song. Screw you, freaking YouTube and Sony and all that stuff. But that was Dirt Rally. Let's see what features are in this according to Wikipedia. You're a very reliable source. So let's see. Time stage events. Okay. Let's see. My team. Okay, this doesn't look very appealing, but maybe because I'm reading off Wikipedia. Okay, what else do we have here? F1 2019. So maybe this is a yearly sports game. F1 2019. Formula 1. Oh, okay. And wait, is this even a video game? Oh, F1 2019 game. How is this voted game of the year? It's the first series to try to improve AI. Let's watch a trailer. I can't. I'm more of a visual learner. Let's see. Let's watch some gameplay. F1 games. Let's see. Here, and then we'll mute it. So it's like I like the first person aspect of it though. It's pretty cool. Let's see, let's skip over that. I don't know, I feel like this is, I don't know, from initial perspective, this looked like the only thing that you're doing. So, I'm sorry, personal bias aside, I'm gonna have to give it to Crash Team Racing, because, there was a lot to do in that, there's still a lot to do in that game, despite the repetitive, like, Grand Prix challenges, despite the online servers, despite, can we even say despite the microtransactions? Like, yes, it was implemented late and never should have been in there in the first place, but it's like, it's not, it feels like it's not even there. It's like, we have the weekend bonus, and yes, the offline payouts suck ass still. We have ring rally mode, which is very good for like grinding for coins now. And it's just like this game offers so much content right here. So Crash Team Racing, I hope it wins it, and if not, I'm gonna be sad. Alright, scoring music. Now, this is where things get really interesting with Death Stranding, but we'll get into that later. Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Cadence of Hyrule. Now, if I were going to be personal, I would probably pick Cadence of Hyrule because I just love the upbeat nature of it. I didn't play it personally, but like just watching the gameplay of it, I loved the score of it. It was like a lot of upbeat Zelda music in it, but just feeling the little butt buddy friendship from what I heard between Kojima and Jeff Keighley. It's probably gonna go to Death Stranding. But we never know. It might be a battle between Death Stranding, Kingdom Hearts, maybe Devil May Cry. Who knows? All right, next category, RPG. We got Kingdom Hearts again, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, The Outer Worlds, Final Fantasy VII, and Disco Elysium. Maybe Outer Worlds. I heard good things about that game, but I think I'm gonna give it to Outer Worlds. Best performance. Ashley Birch as Parvati Holcomb from The Outer Worlds. Courtney Hope as Jesse Faden in Control. Laura Bailey, for those of you who don't know, I kind of recognized her voice from the Uncharted series. Diaz from Gears 5, Mads Mikkelsen, sorry if I butchered that, as Cliff from Death Stranding, Matthew Porreta as Dr. Casper Darling in Control, and of course Norman Reedus and Sam Porter Bridges in Death Stranding. I mean, even if there was no bias in this, Norman Reedus is probably going to win it anyhow. Alright, best ongoing game. Oh boy. It's gonna... Alright, let's just read it. Destiny 2, Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 7, Fortnite, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. I feel like it's going to be a three-way battle between Apex Legends, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege. But if we want to bring it down to two, it's probably going to be Apex Legends and Fortnite. But it's because it's just like, those are the two games that everybody, like almost everybody plays, even though like Fortnite has completely died down like a bit. But personally, maybe Apex Legends gets the nod here, simply because it was just like the hot game in 2019. Best narrative: A Plague Tale, Innocence, Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, and The Outer Worlds. I can't really pick a winner here, but I don't know, Death Stranding. Again, that bias with Keighley and Kojima. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. This is multiplayer, by the way. Tetris 99, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Borderlands 3, Apex Legends. This is probably gonna go to maybe Apex Legends or Call of Duty. You can't even, like, why is Tetris 99 even on this list? This should be renamed Tetris Battle Royale here. So I feel like Apex or Call of Duty is gonna win this one. Mobile games. I mean, who doesn't love mobile games when you can just get a Switch? Call of Duty Mobile, Grindstone, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky, Children of Light, What the Golf. I don't know which one is gonna win here. I haven't played a mobile game since like 2015 or 2016. So Call of Duty Mobile, maybe? I don't know. Best indie game: Baba Is You, Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, The Outer Worlds. Is this the same Outer Worlds as the one we were looking at? Untitled Goose Game. I'm gonna give this to Untitled Goose Game. Like, it's just like filled with memes and like at least from my perspective, it's just like a meme game to me, and it looks like kind of fun. So I'm just gonna give it to Untitled Goose Game. Games for impact. This category is for a thought-provoking message with pro-social meaning or message. Concrete Genie, Kind Words, Life is Strange 2, Sea of Solitude. Again, I haven't personally played these games, like with all the games here in the Game Awards. We watch the Game Awards for the announcements anyway. I'm gonna give it to Life is Strange 2. I don't really care for that one. Best game direction. Oh god. See where we're going with like these Death Stranding things? Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, and Outer Worlds. Just give it to Resident Evil. Fresh indie game. There's a lot here. Recognizing a new independent studio that released its first game in 2019. Norma Studio, Dead Toast Entertainment, Mobius Digital, and Megacrypt, and House. I'm gonna give it to House again for the Untitled Goose Game. And now it's starting to spice up a bit. Dead or Alive 6. I don't know why Jump Force is on this thing. More like jump away from this, please. Mortal Kombat 11, rightfully so. Samurai Showdown and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, also rightfully so. I feel like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or Mortal Kombat, like either one of these two, I'm fine with. But I just feel like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because of like how much Sakurai is giving to the game. I mean, it like Mortal Kombat 11's getting decent, like updates here and there, but I feel like Smash Bros. Ultimate, despite a certain character I still haven't gotten yet in the game, but the updates that Sakurai's been giving, it's just like tenfold, and he does so in a way that he actually, like for the DLC, he explains the characters. He explains them in so much detail, and he gives like a good history about it. He's like the history teacher you want to actually explain history. So he's the good history teacher. So I'm gonna give that one to Smash Bros. Ultimate. Best family game. So this is all Nintendo games right here. Luigi's Mansion 3, Ring Fit Adventure, Super Mario Maker 2, Smash Ultimate is here again, and Yoshi's Crafted World. Maybe Ring Fit Adventure, because it's like the most interactive. For like family gaming. I mean, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate would be here too, but like I've had experience where I had like much younger like family members play it, and that didn't go very well. So I feel like Ring Fit Adventure is gonna like take it home. I mean, don't discount Luigi's Mansion 3, but it's like I don't know if kids are really gonna like find that as a family game, but I don't know. Then we get to the esports stuff, so it's just like I don't care about that. Esports player, esports host, go away. I don't care about that either. Esports game of the year, now that can be debatable, but again, I don't care. Esports event, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, all that stuff crap. I should get more into, but I don't know. I can't right now. Content creator of the year, I'm kind of surprised Ninja's not on this list. Maybe this is for like YouTube only. Jack Dunlop, Dr. Lupo, Benjamin Lupo, Ewok. I don't know who half of the or like any of these guys are, so sorry. Community support, so these are like the constant updates to a game. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 15, oh no, 14, I can't count, Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege, probably Apex Legends. Audio design, and here we go again with Death Stranding, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Control, Gears 5, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro. Again, don't take every word that I say because I haven't played any of these games. I'm just gonna give a random pick. Resident Evil 2 is gonna win it, but realistically, it's gonna be Death Stranding, and yeah. See where this is going? It's like freaking Death Stranding. I'm not even gonna mention that anymore. Gris, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sekiro, Legend of Zelda. I'm gonna give it to Legend of Zelda because even though I didn't pick it up, it still has a nice like art design to it. Action adventure game. Oh my gosh! Like really? Wait, where's Astral Chain? Was it? Oh no, it's in the next category. I feel like it's gonna go to Borderlands. I'm not even gonna mention these names, like, cause it's like half of them are in this already. I'm gonna give it to Borderlands. Screw it. There's Astral Chain. So here's Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty, Devil May Cry, Gears 5, Metro Exodus, and I hope Astral Chain wins this, because like if it doesn't, I mean, like I don't really care so much, but it's like Nintendo needs some damn recognition here because of the Game of the Year. This right here, the Game of the Year nominations is just like very questionable at best. Outside of Outer Worlds and Smash Bros. And I don't know about Resident Evil because I'm not much of a Resident Evil guy. We have Control, Death Boredom, and Sekiro. I don't know, anything outside of Outer Worlds and Smash, and maybe Resident Evil. I don't know. I just don't feel it. I don't feel it at all. Especially Death Stranding. When I watched the gameplay of Death Stranding at both E3 and the final cut, it was like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but a lot more boring. It's like there was nothing to do in that game. At least in Breath of the Wild, it's just like anywhere you go, it's like you were guaranteed to like run into damn enemies and like guaranteed to at least almost like get yourself killed. Death Stranding is just like it feels too open. The world feels too open. So I feel like Smash Bros or Outer Worlds is gonna win it, Game of the Year. Smash Bros could have won Game of the Year last year, but it was like the day before the Game Awards it came out. But yeah, my pick's gonna go Smash Bros for Game of the Year. But realistically, again, it's gonna go to Death Stranding. And those are your nominees for the Game Awards. 9 nominations for Death Stranding for a boring ass game. Let that sink in. 9 nominations. It's like the game's not even that good. And it's like, yeah, you can say, oh, you didn't even play the game. Why are you saying it's not good? Because I can say you can. I'm like the STC. You're judging things at base value, and it's like, yes, that is true. But it's like, because it doesn't appeal to me. It looks trash. It looks absolute trash. That's why I didn't pick it up. So I think it's gonna go to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But just again, just thinking of the supposed Jeff Keighley, Kojima, butt buddy relationship that everyone's talking about, it's gonna go to Death Stranding. And I think every single award that Death Stranding is nominated for is gonna get that said award, and that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But that's enough about the Game Awards. Hopefully, if YouTube doesn't do something to my channel after December 10th, we could do something with the Game Awards. Hopefully we could do a live reaction. It just depends on a few things. Like, I'm probably going to be busy doing like finals during that week, as well as some personal stuff that day. But maybe we'll have like a bonus deal live, like, or maybe just do a regular deal live and then discuss my reactions to the Game Awards. But it's just like, I want to do a live reaction to the Game Awards just in case, you know, he appeared, like they do it, the final character for Smash, like the final DLC character for Smash, and you know, our favorite Bandicoot shows up. But you know, I'm being too I'm being too biased here. I'm being too facetious here. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens at the Game Awards. Again, no promises, no guarantees that I'm gonna do a live reaction yet, because of there's probably gonna be a lot of personal things I have to take care of that day. But for sure, I do want to talk about it that week on this show. But anyway, let's wrap things up with COPPA. Now, in case you missed my video on Friday, I released a video on Friday talking about COPPA. The COPPA that explaining that it's very hard to believe what's going on with the situation, where my channel stands as of right now. It's just, there's so much confusion going on. It's like, what's kid friendly, what's kid directed, And what's gonna happen to the channel? Am I gonna delete my channel? Am I gonna delete my video, like some of the videos, like the WWE school videos, the reaction videos that are SpongeBob related and all that stuff? It's like, yeah, I mentioned that I don't know what's gonna happen because it's like, it's too vague, and like there's too much uncertainty to know what the FTC is looking for and what YouTube is looking for, like in regards to like what they want out of this. But when I was at the convention on Saturday, on the way there, or no, I think it was Friday when I was like on the way to the Comic-Con I was going to, the FTC released an update as to what is directed to children. Like, they literally released a blog saying, is your content directed towards children? Let's pull it up here. So here is a little FTC blog. Yeah, there it is. So this blog was posted on Friday, like literally, excuse me, when I was on the train station. So they recap what COPPA is, and they lay out these 10-factor rules again, like the subject matter, visual content, use of animated characters, and all that stuff. Now, here's where things get interesting. This highlighted section right here. So, here we go. So, after they lay out the 10-factor thing where to determine whether your content is child-directed or not, here's what they said. The determination of whether content is child-directed will be clear in some contexts than others. So they're pretty much admitting that it's still vague, but they're at least trying to explain it. But we could share some general rules of thumb. First, unless you're affirmably targeting kids, there are many subject matter categories where you don't have to worry about COPPA. For example, if your videos are about traditionally adult activities like employment, finances, politics, home ownership, skipping towards there, you're probably not covered unless your content is geared towards kids. So, like anything like this, so I'm guessing like that, especially travel. So if it's like vlogging and stuff, you're not in violation of COPPA. That's what's kind of confusing about this. They have to be a little bit more specific with it. The same would be true for videos aimed at high school or college students. Okay. On the other hand, if your content includes traditional children's pastime or activities, it may be child directed. And here's where things get interesting. Just because your video has bright colors or animated characters does not mean you're automatically covered by COPPA. While many animated shows are directed to so at least the FTC recognizes that animated programming appeals to everyone. But let's see. NCC. So they pretty much go on to explain, like, after this, it's just like, they don't really explain much else after that. But I was watching a video from Ian Corsign yesterday. It was like, there was supposed to be another option there, that says there's supposed to be like an in the middle option, like, oh yeah, the third option they should have added needs to be for everyone, like mixed audiences or something like that. But YouTube like didn't want to, so like they thought the FTC was the bad guy. So let's take a look at Ian Corsign's video for a little bit more details on this situation. We're gonna skip ahead because what he does at the beginning is recap what COPPA is and what exactly what crap hole we're in right now.
per video that the content is either made for kids under 13 years old, that websites and social media platforms directed at kids under 13 years of age cannot take the personal information and cannot access the web cookie. Therefore, it is subject to COPPA law. But it also has adult content, and most importantly, it has content that appeals to both children and adults alike. When I think of 15 years of age, it has content directed without parental consent. Now let's talk about the state of content on YouTube. YouTube, as it exists now, has content directed at children under 13 years of age. Therefore, it is subject to COPPA law. But it also has adult content, and most importantly, it has content that appeals to both children and adults alike. When I think of content directed at kids and adults, I think of the channel Dude Perfect. The adult men on that channel have a great time shooting Nerf guns, driving RC cars, dressing up in costumes, and children and adults love this channel. But of course, since YouTube has content that appeals to under 13 kids, they've got to comply with COPPA law. Now, allegedly, to comply with COPPA law, YouTube says they imposed this new video marking system on creators, and it went into effect last week. But for a reason to be discussed later on in this video, YouTube chose to create a system that only addresses the first two categories of content. That is, children content and adult content. You have to mark under this new video marking system whether or not your video is for kids or for adults. There is no other option. There is no other general audience. Go to their frequently asked questions on COPPA. I'm going to leave a link.
That YouTube was supposed to add a third option because it was listed under the FTC. So here, let's take a listen.
To this particular website page in the description section below. I reviewed the answers and questions again on the FTC website, and sure enough, in black and white, back in 2015, the FTC warned everyone that there was a general audience exception to COPPA. Here's the language, and I quote, COPPA only covers information collected online from children. It does not cover information collected from adults that may pertain to children. Thus, COPPA is not triggered by an adult uploading photos of children on a general audience site or in the non-child directed portion of a mixed audience website. So what does this mean? It means that 4 years ago, the FTC openly recognized that there was a middle ground audience. It just wasn't children's content. It just wasn't adult content. It was content that appealed to both adults and children. YouTube failed to address this general audience in their video marking system. They said that to comply with COPPA, you have to mark your video as either for kids or not. But this isn't true. And as the man said on the phone, YouTube hid from us creators that the FTC has no intent to sue creators over content for a general audience. In other words, the FTC is of the opinion that just because a creator includes kids' themes in their videos, you know, like Pokemon, Fortnite, or board games, just because of this doesn't mean that the creator should lose info cards the entire time about this general audience exception to, and they hid it from us creators. I asked the guy, why didn't YouTube accommodate this general audience exception to COPPA in the video marking system? He told me at the end of the call,
it's simple. Susan wants all the money. Susan Wojcik wants all the money. She wants, if it's misleading towards kids, like she wants the FTC to sue, which now we learned that they can't do because there's this mixed audience option. But you know, Susan, she said, you know what, and she just wants like all the money. She wants to drive away all the content creators and wants to make YouTube as just another celebrity platform like TMZ.
But before that, he said it's in the law. I was like, what's in the law? He said that the general audience, or what he termed the mixed audience exception to COPPA, is actually in the words of the COPPA law. Now later, I did the research and I confirmed that yes, he was right. The mixed audience exception to COPPA is actually in the COPPA law at Title 16, Code of Federal Regulations, Section 312.2. All right, let me paraphrase the law for you. If you make a video that qualifies as a kid's video under that famous 10-factor test that we discussed in this video, then you don't have to comply with COPPA law. You don't have to get parental consent if kids under 13 are not your primary audience. This new YouTube rule, this requirement that creators mark their videos as either for kids or not, is too simplistic. It's overly broad. It does not take into account that there are a lot of creators out there that make content that appeals to both kids and adults, a general audience. This is a type of audience that the FTC law.
So he pretty much goes into detail about that further, and then he talks about his disappointment with YouTube and how they didn't talk about it because they went to business for themselves. If you guys want to go watch the rest of the video, just search up Ian Corzine, and that'll be like the most recent video on the channel. But yeah, I definitely do agree with him, and like I said, I have spoke to him like once in the past, and he definitely knows what he's talking about. Like, and he's really chill. But overall, this whole thing is just like, again, very confusing and very like complicated to comprehend, because now we're supposed to have this mixed audience option, yet YouTube doesn't want to give it because, you know, money. Like, I think they want all the money again from the creators. They don't so they want to like completely bankrupt all the content creators, and obviously not all the corporations and the celebrities that post their highlights on YouTube, but they want to completely erase all the content creators, all the family vloggers, all the animators, all the gamers, all the variety channels, and all the almost everyone that creates original content, and not like all these celebrity people on the platform. But anyway, it's just like, it's a very confusing situation, and like though the FTC put out a new update, it's still too vague, because it's like they say that while your video may have bright colors and animated characters, all that stuff, like in the video, like it doesn't mean, they didn't say they didn't say if it would be in the video or the thumbnail that they were going to judge it by. But it's too vague. It's like, we need some more concise answers. But then again, when I learned this in one of my classes, it's like, maybe the reason why they wrote it so vague is so they can update it every now and then. But who knows? Who knows? This whole situation has everyone running around screaming and like scrambling for answers on what do I do. It's like, and it's like, we can't get, a lot of us probably can't get a lot like legal counsel, because it's too damn expensive, probably as expensive as the $42,000 fine if YouTube implements it, or if the FTC goes through with this thing. And I don't know, it's just like it gets confusing the more videos come out about it, the more the FTC talks about it, and especially when the more YouTube talks about it, and it just makes YouTube even more stupid. And I just want to say one last thing about this whole COPPA situation, and this is what I want to say about it.
It was a stupid idea from bad creative, and all that's gone.
Yep. It's a stupid idea. It's just a stupid idea. But anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight's DylanLasagna Live. again, this COPPA situation is very, very chaotic. But again, we may never know. We may never know if this might just all be mass hysteria, or if this is really going to be the end of many, many channels, and possibly even at the end of my channel. But that's going to do it for tonight's Dylan Lasagna Live. Make sure you dislike the stream, leave a comment if you're watching the replay. I again appreciate all of you that come to watch all the videos, all the DL lives, whether you're watching it live or watching the replay, wherever you are. I encourage you all to share this with your family, your friends, or even a random stranger. Make sure you tune in to the channel sometime, maybe throughout this week. I know it's Thanksgiving, but just tune in, because I have an announcement regarding that con that I went to. I have some exciting stuff to share with you about that. I guarantee you it's going to be really exciting once you see what I did there. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I'm gonna go watch Survivor Series, see how that's going. I'm gonna watch the Packers-Niners game, and continue to work on the editing some of that Comic-Con stuff that I did over the weekend. Alright everyone, take care, always be delicious. I'll see you all on Black Friday for another Dylan Lasagna Live. Take care.